be the on-field provide that on-field generalship that the Kangaroos have been lacking in quite often.
Daniel Wells, just the 11 possessions tonight. If he can spark up, there's still a chance. Right now they trail by 21. Start of the final term on Friday Night Football. Cruiser goes up, wins it down. Carrazzo lost it. Zeeble falling to the ground. Clever hand pass. Betts had a play on the football. Well done. The long hand pass came out towards Simpson. It came from Lucas. Simpson unable to corral the footy though. Tracks it to the line of the square, and the umpire has called for it. Swallow at the base of that pack.
Well, that's a good start when you're talking about influential. Swallow burrowing straight in.
Carranza, as he pushed in the back, he was trying to make a case for that. Tunneling the ball there was Lucas. Gibbs, haven't called his name too much tonight. Cruiser over the football high and taken down. Yaron did everything possible to avoid getting into his back, and that was well played.
How many goals do you reckon Carlton need to be safe, Tom? I mean, they're what, 3.5 in front?
Yeah, just probably 3. Once they start to push over 100 points, it's going to make it difficult for North Melbourne.
Armfield forward. Here is Henderson and Hanson and Rowe. We've talked about Rowe's competitiveness and a boundary throw in. So Rowe, 3 goals, career high last week and career high stats. He signed a contract during the week. He's a great story, Rowe. Testicular cancer, and he's recovered out there playing. Swallow, quick kick. Black. No goals from Tarrant or Black, as Richo talked about. Gibson's kicked to centre wing, and Jamison won that battle. So Petrie hasn't really got off the leash tonight, has he? I mean, he was very promising early. Watson, I love his leg. He's a good kick. Simpson. And then Simpson, lovely looking kick. Punched away by Hanson. Simpson's a left footer, they'll know that. Goes back. Well done by Lucas. That was clever, had real awareness. Simpson short.
Tui takes off. His best kick inside the forward 50. Rowe was there again, slapped it down in front. Chance for Murphy. Wonderful acceleration, goes with the outside of the boot. Zeeble gets back. Can he control it? No. It was an awkward one. It was spinning and spinning rapidly.
We need the hard runners for the Kangaroos. I mean, they've had the players stopped it for a little bit. There was no one that just was able to enable them to kick the ball in quickly and get the ball going.
Mullet to himself and then drives it down the middle. Goldstein's in front. Cruiser. That was a clever mark. Took care of Goldstein and then marked the football. Here's Tui. Saw McLean. Tui, meantime, could very well make it extremely difficult for North Melbourne. That's a terrific running goal.
Dennis, it was poor old Goldstein that was chasing Tui there.
Well, yeah, but poor old Goldstein got marked one-on-one. I mean, when he decided to go long down the middle, you just got to make sure you don't get marked again. Yeah. If the ball comes to the ground, we might be able to run onto it, but Cruiser was just too strong in the air, too strong in the body. Yeah, Goldstein has done a bit of chasing, but that it's one thing to go down the middle, but you need someone on the end of it.
Tui's kicked 7 goals this year, 6 of them outside 40.
He'll keep going. He will keep going. And again, the big ruckman's the one who was doing the chasing. I saw Daniel Wells standing on the back of the centre square watching.
Gee, we saw a big reaction from the bench too. I mean, Juddy punching the fist, Scotland giving it a clap. So they've got one of those 3, Tom. Betts, North on the edge, on the precipice of falling off the season completely. The kick from Walker, and Yaron, well, it's worked tonight. Yaron, Garlett and Betts, it really has worked.
Yep. So I think it's one of those issues with Kangaroos going forward, finding those small defenders. They're not too bad in the air defensively, but I mean, they are nippy, that Carlton trio, but the Kangaroos don't seem to have anyone who can hold them.
Well, Garlett's kicked his 4. Betts has got a couple. Yaron going for 2 here, not coming back. And a behind. So ironically, Carlton, who were 7 goals without a miss,
yep,
are now what, 15-10, so they've been a little inaccurate themselves.
Thompson to bring it in. 29 points the margin, the biggest margin in the game, 33. Thompson going directly down the middle. Petrie worked under the football. Will advantage be paid? It is. Wells has got it. He's breaking. It's all North Melbourne around him. He can go all the way to the square. Draws Tui, pops it over. And the easiest of goals, his 5th from Thomas. worked for them. The long kick in. They got the break. And that slingshot, it's referred to as, saw them all release, and there was 4 against 1. Tui was the odd man out and eventually had to pressure the ball carrier. The hand pass was good enough, and Thompson into the open goal, or rather Thomas into the open goal.
We've seen these coast-to-coast goals often tonight.
A couple of times. Well, Petrie made a really good contest in the air. Would have drawn the free kick, but played advantage, and then, well, as long as they just stay composed under pressure, the Kangaroos runners, because they had the numbers.
Gee, Wells played that well. So 7th time that Thomas has kicked 5 goals in a match. So he's got 5. He's got this remarkable record against Carlton. He's kicked 24 goals in this his 6th match. So he goes at 4 goals a game against the Blues. And they're alive still, North Melbourne, just, but they are alive.
Thanks.
So both the subs are on. Carlton sitting on a 4-goal lead. North need all the clearances they can get. Scotland has it ripped away from him. Wells, can he become influential in the last quarter? Adams off a step, gets it to full forward. Great mark, goal. They're back in it now. Petrie gets on the board in the last quarter. He's got 2. And it's the clearances that are going to be vital. Well, those stoppages, North are good at them. But Carlton got hold of them in the middle of the match, didn't they? But
Yeah,
now
the
North...
third quarter they dominated, but that's where they had to will themselves forward, and just a lot of players touched the footy till eventually Adams was the one who drove it quick forward. Petrie's good enough one-on-one in the contest, but it was just a bit of forward footy. Keep getting the ball forward, make sure the opposition cannot turn it around.
It doesn't have to be pretty for North Melbourne. Just keep surging it forward because they do have key targets there, but it just hasn't been fluent enough.
Cruiser missed the football. Bastanak picks it up. Hand passes across towards support. McKenzie did well to Cunnington. Another kick from Adams inside the forward 50. Stretching over the top. Watson arriving quickly. The man with 5 alongside his name, Thomas. In all sorts of trouble down there, though, just outside the 50. Lucky to get a ball up.
North Melbourne's forward line's going to be more open because Carlton do not want to loose back. They had a 7-man forward line v North's 5-man forward line.
Thomas playing for the free. Cunnington's kick ricochets off a teammate. Gibson went to ground. Armfield tries to feed it back to Walker, and there's nothing doing.
Well, the opportunity that North Melbourne have is that Carlton have become a really accountable team. So for this one-on-one and 7-man forward lines, as Richo's talking about, they have the opportunity to dictate setups.
Shoulder, Matthew Cruiser.
Against Goldstein at the boundary throw-in. So Cruiser gets a free kick at half-back. North Melbourne trying to do what they've had done to them a few times this year, 4 times in fact. Come from behind the big deficit and win. And just for the moment there's a flicker of hope. Simpson though trying to do something else as far as Carlton are concerned and try and put some icing on the cake.
Hanson got across. Hasn't quite got control. Has to release it. Well, ball up. Harvey just got a late sort of tackle on Simpson, which maybe put the kick off. Simpson had beaten a couple of players. Carlton surging. Judd, well, this would be something. Well, it's not something. He's just had a forgettable night, the champ. He really has. Grimer over the top. It's a boundary throw-in. I haven't seen Juddy so subdued ever. I really haven't.
His lowest total as a Blue is 10 against St Kilda, around 23 last season.
But none of those 12 have been memorable, have they? I mean, it's...
No, you're right.
Here's Murphy on the up. Scotland threw it in the end. And then Zeeble off a step. Bouncing ball. Missed by Lucas. Free kick surely. North Melbourne suddenly look to be going in harder, I reckon.
Well, this could be a fairy tale if they come back and win it.
He's really started to exert himself, Zeeble. Really impressed with his first part of this 4th quarter. They needed someone. He's from the very opening bounce of this quarter. He's the body that's been going in the hardest.
Zeeble from half-back then drives it to the outer side. Scotland came back with courage. Falls to Tarrant. Lays it off to Adams. Adams lobs the kick to Gibson, running hard. The man who started as the sub. Gibbs stands the mark about 48 metres out. Gibson told to play on. Kicks from 55. A centering kick. Petrie. He was held. May have got a free kick anyway, but he's taken the mark. 25 metres out directly in front. Lining up at his third. Last time they played, he got 7. How about this? If he puts it through, the margin will swing back to just 11 points. You've got to say it's been Carlton in recent times that have squandered opportunities, but not Petrie. North Melbourne resilient.
Well, we talked a lot about goals. Petrie's got his 3, Thomas has got his 5. They've got 8 from them. I mean, suddenly Petrie's the man, I think, don't you?
Well, he does look the man. I mean, that was one of the rare occasions where he's been able to get a metre start on Jamieson, and when he does that, he's going to mark the ball. Jamieson, he's had to really beat Jamieson in the contest because Jamieson is just not giving him any space. But he's the one who looks likely to kick another 2 or 3 goals.
It's a good kick, this.
It's a great angle of where to put the ball so that your forward can move into it. Just almost drew him into the footy.
So, 2-goal game. What a terrific comeback from North. Goldstein wins that tap against Cruiser. The clearance is so vital. North so good in that area that Cruiser wheeled himself forward with a second effort. Henderson almost. Scotland got down low. He was probably a little stiff. Ball up. You'd almost isolate Petrie one out in that sort of forward 20 at the moment because you feel like he's going to win the one-on-ones with Jamieson. Trying to come through Keisha. And then Garlett. That was so clever. Judd couldn't quite take it. And then Garlett did well. Lucas. North battling here. Judd can't quite get a handle. Comes back from Harvey. Thompson. Judd puts a tackle on. It's out of play. North were really in trouble and they got away with it. They dodged it.
Oh, that was tough. 11 points the margin then. Another thriller on Friday Night Football. Goldstein, Cruiser, Yaron cruising through. Puts it through. So innocuous, a boundary throw-in, but that man, just wonderful positioning at full tilt. Just took the ball through the traffic and snapped the goal. So again, North Melbourne treated with a very quick reply. They were doing that a lot early in the game, but Carlton have tended to do that of late.
Is that a good night, Yaron?
The space open up here. He just was able to get high and in under the footy too close to the contest. Just beautiful space. It just opened up, didn't it?
Yeah. It's done well, Yaron. Really good second half. Cruiser laying it down. Keisha, you know he'll go in hard. Adams, well done. Well's got a bad bounce. Can Bastanak take control? He's gang tackled. Had it ripped away. They still may get this, North. Harvey. Oh, Gibson's handball pretty hot. Harvey back for it though. So Boomer. Good kick. Adams misses the mark. Should have taken it. Curnow. Kicks to space. Judd's had the quiet night, but he takes an important mark. And then caresses the ball beautifully. Oh, no free kick. Ooh. Murphy looks up and says, why not, Humpy? Can North... Well, there's a runner there.
There's a runner in the way.
It's a free kick against the North Melbourne runner.
Oh,
wow. Free kick against the runner. He's in the way. Play on.
Oh, boy.
Simpson goes across the ground to telling effect. Gibbs looks inside the forward 50. Too tall for the leading Garlett. Adams, despite that mismark moments ago, has been pretty strong in this term.
It's played well.
Yep. Deep in defence. Goes back to Thompson.
Oh, there.
There's a short one on, and he uses this man, McKenzie. McKenzie can come to Atley, who demands the footy. Atley can take it and go if he wants to, decides against it. So the next kick is pretty important. Adams willing himself across the ground, wants the footy. Oh, just got there. Adams pretty tired.
Got closing speed, Garlett. Whether he's running for the footy or running to chase tackle, he gets there quick.
Adams, not his strongest kick. In front, off hands. It was Bastanak arriving quickly. Gibson taken down strongly by Keisha. So the two subs lock up there, and the umpire will ball it up close to the boundary line.
mention on a couple of occasions, knowing how accountable Carlton are, they can bring them across here, North Melbourne, one-on-one, and then actually burst out and get someone free in the middle of the ground. That's the way North are going to get their avenue towards goal.
Keisha held up. Both the subs have done all right, I reckon. Keisha's been in and under. Gibson's had an impact. Just North don't have any sort of room to make a mistake here now. It's all got to go their way for them to win tonight. Zeeball's kick to space, so the bounce so important. Bett's got a bad one. He was unlucky. Thompson trying to take him on. Hanson, such an important kick. Can he get it to a man when it goes over the top? Jamison and Petrie. Petrie manhandling. Jamison goes to ground. Petrie wraps him up. Ball up. That's a good result for North Melbourne. And quickly it goes up. Can they get a goal from the stoppage? Wells, brilliant. Oh, I take it all back, Daniel. That was magnificent. What a goal.
Wells one end, Yaron the other.
Yeah,
I mean, it was just fantastic. I mean, very rarely, 20 metres out from goal, do you get the ball on the fly going full pace, but he worked his way through. Beautiful. I think it was Black who just dropped it into his line, and when Daniel Wells is on the move, it's very hard then.
Was he one of your six, Lee?
Tackle. Yeah, he's one of the six because he's so talented. But he and Brett Harvey, even though Brett Harvey's is a veteran, mid-30s, they're the ones who can carry the ball into space, the best of the whole Kangaroos team.
That's just sheer brilliance. Watson was in the right spot. He set himself up defensively, but when you're coming through at that sort of speed and you've got a sidestep like Daniel Wells, good luck.
He's the sort of guy who can win this off his own boot. The Rucks go at it. Gibbs in trouble. Didn't move it very far. Carazzo trying to win a free kick. Bastanak over the top. Judd's got him. And Carazzo a little bit lucky there, accentuating a push in the back or trying to sell that to the umpire. Had the ball for a while. Goldstein brilliantly. Swallow. Vacant goal square. They turn around wide of the mark. They clatter into the post down there. Jamison and Petrie. Petrie tracking it back. Realised it was offline. Desperate attempt to mark it, but couldn't get a hand of the footy. Now Simpson. Can they catch them on the rebound? Carlton comes along the line. Henderson, he's played a wonderful game. Can't control this one. Boundary throw in right at the interchange gates. Carlton by 10.
I feel like Carlton need at least another goal, don't you? I mean, North are going to keep coming here. We're already 17 minutes in. This is going to be a really long quarter. Cruiser over the top. Bastanak, Gibbs rides him into the ground. Curnow, good hands. Judd, good kick. And Scotland, well, free kick. And now, the two most experienced players, Judd and Scotland, combining there. Scotland pushing forward. And then kicking to fall forward to Henderson. Garlett to Curnow. Curnow off a step to fall forward. Rowe was strong. Wells getting back. Betts will be dangerous. The cavalry arrive. Betts underneath it. Rowe getting through. Good smother. Mullet can't get a handle on it. Going down with a great tackle. Yaron was involved. Ball up.
Well, it's a real key now to play with.
That was held up.
To play with desperation, but still good decision making under that desperation in all parts of the field.
Wow, desperate stuff in there. Goldstein taps it down. Curnow's over the football. He's claimed immediately, and the umpire with a quick whistle. It's a tinderbox at the moment. 10 points the difference.
Numbers everywhere around here, and if North do get the ball, they've got to be mindful not going down the throat of
Goldstein only as far as Judd, and Judd hits the post. Well, he's lifting in the last few minutes. He has, but he's lifting from a low base.
Petrie should be the target here if they're going to go down the middle. He's been pretty good in these plays.
Wells gets a nice spiral too, close to midfield. Petrie in two minds whether to compete. Taken now by Thomas, feeds it forward. He sets up a foot race. Black, unkind bounce, goes back through the traffic. Harvey hitting the ball hard. Thomas needs to knock it on. Taken by Gibson. Goes back to Harvey, the veteran. Now he gets it to Tarrant. Tarrant lays it off. Thompson, the defender, smothered. Now Keisha. They could open them up going the other way. Keisha goes out wide, taken by Rowe. It's one-on-one up ahead. Trying to get free as Yaron. He appeared to be held. Peeling off his man Hine. He had a couple to beat, did brilliantly. Came up, Armfield had the run on the ball. Hine heads for the boundary. Well, not sure what he could do there with the outside of the boot.
penalising him for not necessarily being as skilled as some other players. He could have used his left foot, but he went for the right. And
He had two players.
if he's kicking with his right foot, he actually can't kick the ball in play.
Carrazzo close to the line. Thompson over the top. Gibson, who's been very lively.
He certainly has picked the mark. And then plays on quickly to Harvey. And Boomer running towards goal. He's sizing it up. Goes over the top. Tarrant over the top. Thomas has got 6. And North are so close now. What a grandstand finish. Well, Petrie's mark set it all up. And then Harvey was away. And Thomas, for not the first time in this quarter, is on the end of one. And North are coming. And Carlton need more. They need at least another goal.
Amazing how much more energy in the North Melbourne team when they're attacking rather than trying to defend a lead. That's what they're doing tonight. There's nothing to defend. It's all about trying to find a way to overtake.
Well, there's the ladder, by the way. I mean, Carlton are in the 8 right now, but oh boy.
That's tenuous. Back in the middle. 5 points the margin. Carrazzo went to ground. Gibbs couldn't forge a path. He's tackled by Swallow. Wrestled down. Goldstein's over the football. The umpire whistles it up. Right in the inner circle. Wasting no time. Rowe hooks it down, wide of Simpson. Swallow missed the target, being held. Was it a throw? Swallow threw it. The umpire, about 50 metres away, made that call, but it was the right one. Simpson short, was 15, almost daring the umpire then to make that call. Gibbs was on the ground when he marked it. Beautiful kick, wonderful vision. Curnow looks up inside the forward 50. Thompson played it well, punched it away from Henderson. Boundary throw in, and still all the time in the world. We've got over 7 minutes.
Which team wants it most, eh? Right now. Which team can excel in the last 10 sort of minutes of this match? We've seen North Melbourne come back. There'll be time on, 7+ time on. We know what's at the end of this match. For North, there won't be any hope of making the finals. For Carlton, they'll be in the 8. Petrie's been a colossus in the last quarter. They're on again. Tarrant running, but he decides to kick it. That was strange. The handball was on, and getting back was Watson. Not sure why he didn't go with the handball, and a boundary throw-in.
Well, it's his left side full stop, so that's a difficult left-handed hand pass.
Just a poor kick too.
So he's gone for the left-footed kick.
I think the kick was okay because he was going to put Black into space, but he unfortunately just didn't time the kick at all.
Boundary throw in. Petrie in front, knocked away by Cruiser. Head down, charging in. Gibson lays it off. Well done by Adams. Goes back to Cunnington. Cunnington's kick is out of bounds on the full. 102 North Melbourne, 107 Carlton. Carlton led by 21 at three-quarter time. Murphy managed the helmet. Coming up to his 17th possession. Biggest lead, 35. There's Yaron. He's played an important role. Curnow, very much a role player. Goes back to Yaron, put him under real pressure. Scotland coughed it up with almost. Well done again. Curnow beats a couple. Tired kick. Wanders up towards the wing. Henderson. What a terrific mark it was. Spots Garlett on the move. Puts it out in front. Garlett backed everything at taking the mark, and he did. Had he spilt it, they were exposed. The man trailing could have run onto an easy football. As it was, Attlee got no play. Garlett in desperation with 4 alongside his name. Oh, that found the grass. That found the grass. Need a bit of luck. Carlton with a bit right there. Garlett, so industrious, so quick. Kick is on the way.
Oh, come back.
Hit the post.
Judd and Garlett, eh?
Well, 6 points the difference, Bruce. You know what this means, don't you? The possibility. Yeah.
We're coming back next week.
We are anyway.
Not sure a draw does them much good, does it?
No.
Both teams just need a win. Thompson. Belted away by Walker. McMillan took a chance. Keisha in hard. Zeeble boundary throwing. So pressure on everybody here. Coaches, players, umpires. And there is a lot riding on the end of this night. The irony, well, it would be quite delicious if North could win from where they've been tonight, considering their season. Judd is lifting, getting a lot more of the ball. Henderson's been fantastic. Trying to, and does turn his man, and does brilliantly. Oh, cometh the moment, cometh locking. That was big. And puts Armfield in a position.
He's only had 10 disposals, Henderson, but it's an unbelievably influential game. Got his 3 goals, and he's just done. He's just been so good with so limited numbers.
Well, this makes life very difficult for North Melbourne. He's pretty accurate, Armfield, from set shots. There's 5 goals too. He's hit it hard. I reckon he's missed it. He hit it too hard a bit in there, and Mickey can't. Oh, he's itchy. Look at him. He's itchy.
That's got a hot seat.
Oh.
He chose to go back to. It's amazing, isn't it? Why? There goes the kick towards midfield. Goldstein trying to help it on its way. Simpson behind. Hassled out of it by Wells. Simpson, great courage. Could have been taken high. Adams emerges with the football. Slips it across to Bastonak. Under pressure was Black. Simpson again. Courageous. Smothered off the boot by Wells. Murphy. Slick hands when looking for Tui. Stolen away by Black. Black 65 metres out. Petrie on the move. Couldn't hang on. Walker strides across half-back. Time on his side. Nobody to kick to, though. Just kicks for distance. Rowe out there with Grimer, the 2 17s. Grimer and Rowe. Grimer did well. Grimer won the battle. Hurriedly on the boot. Walker was following up. Tracks it back towards the 50. Coming across on the angle, Tarrant. Watson picked him off. Walker towards midfield. Taken now in the middle of the ground by Simpson. Still time to beckon a teammate across. That's Keisha. Or was it McGuinness? It was McGuinness who had it knocked away by Wells.
He's been terrific, Wells. He's had a massive last quarter. Good kick coming in. Lovely pick up on the burst by Black. And a lovely kick. It was Tarrant actually on the burst.
He's well done, Daniel Wells.
No, it's Black on the burst.
Pretty good,
Wells.
Petrie. I mean, we asked that. You said some of those players have to list. And Wells and Zeeble, Harvey's got involved. Swallows always actually running hard. So those guys that needed to do something for the Kangaroos have.
Well, he's had a massive last quarter, Petrie. It's coming back. He's kicked 3 goals in the last quarter, and North are within a point.
Still plenty of time.
So Thomas and Petrie, 5 goals between them in the last quarter. I mean, in all up, Thomas has kicked 6 and Petrie 4. They've got remarkable records against Carlton. Plenty of time, and Wells' last quarter has been sensational. Gibson's been important, hasn't he? He really has.
Well, it was the kick in from Wells, but moments before that it was the contest to force the turnover and didn't rush the ball out of bounds. He kept it in play and had the composure to drop the ball in short as well. He's had a massive last quarter. Season comes down to 2.5 minutes.
Count the scoring shots. North Melbourne 6-1, Carlton 2-5, 7 apiece. One down by Goldstein. Carrington out of the middle. Inside the forward 50, Tui thumps it away. Judd is there. Flicks a hand pass away to Walker. Walker goes the distance. In front, Henderson. He's going to get a free kick against Grimer. A point the difference. Henderson. No doubt in that. Henderson, 70 metres out.
Waiting for Cruiser to push in deep.
Long ball, Cruiser. Mullet fighting out of his division. No hope, Mullet.
The Cruiser brought Goldstein all the way through, and Goldstein a combination of fatigue and you'd hope not a lack of desire, but good work right there from Cruiser. Just trailing in. You don't want to judge him too harshly because he does carry a huge burden from a worldwide point of view, but sometimes you just got to go.
So Cruiser, if he misses here, it means North will get the footy back. If he kicks it behind, or out of bounds on the full. Okay. Reset.
Okay, so you know that Carlton are going to follow you, so you can bring them to the boundary side here and then hope that the middle of the ground opens up.
And they're running. Thompson to Atley. Atley runs up towards midfield, fell over. Oh, was he taken high? Yes, he was. He'll get the free kick. Just over a minute to go. Atley's got a free kick short of the wing. What a thriller. 109, 108. Atley kept his head. McMillan drives it inside the forward 50. The tall timber is down there, and so is the little guy. Harvey slipped over though. Out of defence, Curnow gave it to Watson. Watson under pressure, upended. Kicks for the boundary line and finds it. Boundary throw in. 42 seconds to go. Rucks assemble, sort of. They get there belatedly. Goldstein hooks it down, taken behind by Lucas, who kicks to half forward.
Henderson to make the contest. Atley, can he run and carry? He goes back to Thompson. One roll of the dice, that's all they've got. Cruz is in the box seat, got it, taken it, and that might be it. There's a poor kick from Thompson. It wasn't well thought out by Atley and Thompson.
It was a desperate kick, but not a well thought out kick.
No.
Got to be able to think under pressure. That's the real trick of it all.
They've never played a draw, these two teams, and they won't be playing one here. Carlton are going to win. Carlton are going to be in the 8 tonight, and North's season's done and dusted. 5 losses by less than a goal in one season. What a night. Let's go down to you, Richo. I mean, one point, Richo, gets Carlton into the 8 tonight.
Yeah, Mark, that puts you in the 8. That's a huge win for the club. It feels like the season's